Hello, this is Angela.
Hey, this is Richie, fan of football. I went through YouTube channel. We're here with our Week 8 Saturday picks. Oklahoma Sooners take on the TCU Horned Frogs. Oklahoma, they had a bye week, which I just said. They have still, Kyler Murray is still a Heisman candidate. He's still really good. TCU has been kind of floundering or whatever. Oklahoma should win, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's big.
I'll go for Oklahoma.
Michigan Wolverines coming off a huge win against Wisconsin, facing Michigan State Spartans, which actually they upset the number 8 Penn State team this game. It's a rivalry game. I think Michigan is not as good as they perform against Wisconsin, and Michigan State, I think, is at least decent. Their defense is usually good. I'm still gonna give the edge to Michigan. I think they're better overall.
I'll go for Michigan State.
All right, Illinois Fighting Illini and Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin bounces back and Wisconsin wins.
I'll go for Wisconsin.
Auburn Tigers and Ole Miss. Auburn's coming off they were upset too by Tennessee. Ole Miss came back to beat Arkansas. I think Auburn's been struggling, man. I think Ole Miss wins.
Ole Miss?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go for Ole Miss.
An interesting game, Cincinnati Bearcats and the Temple Owls. Temple's kind of turned things around a little bit this year. Cincinnati's a surprise team. They're undefeated. I think Temple's little streak, the little luck kind of runs out. I think Cincinnati is actually just good. And I think Cincinnati will win.
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
I'll go for Temple.
Yeah. Miami of Ohio and Army. Army's got a really good team. Miami of Ohio did win last week, but I think Army wins.
I'm going for Army.
Maryland Terrapins and Iowa Hawkeyes. This should be an interesting game. Both are coming off big wins. The quarterback for Iowa had 6 touchdown passes yesterday. I'm not sure who to go with here. It's in Iowa. I'll go with Iowa.
Iowa?
Yeah.
I'll go for Iowa. Northwestern
Wildcats at Rutgers Cardinals. Northwestern came back to beat Nebraska in overtime. Rutgers is not a great team, so I'm going to go with Northwestern to win.
I'll go for Rutgers.
Tulsa Golden Hurricane in Arkansas. Tulsa almost beat USF last week after almost beating Houston the week before. Arkansas almost beat Ole Miss. I think Arkansas actually gets it though. I think they win.
Do you think they might be close? No.
Maybe, but I don't know. I think Arkansas, their win-loss record isn't looking better, but their team has looked better from the beginning of the season till now.
I'll go for Arkansas.
Buffalo Bulls and Toledo Rockets. This should be good. Buffalo, if I remember right, they got to bowl eligibility yesterday. Toledo, they actually lost. They were kind of upset. Eastern Michigan actually beat them. Although Eastern Michigan was up 28-3 at one point and only ended up winning 28-26. So Toledo came back. They have a really good offense. This will be a really, really good game. I don't know who. I'll go with Toledo. I think they edge Buffalo.
I'll go for Buffalo for
that should be a shootout. This should be pretty high scoring. North Carolina Tar Heels and Syracuse Orange. North Carolina almost upset Virginia Tech last night, but I think Syracuse, they had a bye week. Even though they had the last game out, they lost. I think they bounced back. I think Syracuse wins.
I'll go for Syracuse. Virginia
Cavaliers and Duke Blue Devils. Virginia's coming off a huge upset against Miami, a ranked Miami team. Duke, they're coming off a nice win against Georgia Tech. This will be pretty close. I'll give the edge to Virginia.
I'm going for Duke.
Idaho State 1AA taking on Liberty Flames. Liberty beat Troy, which is a good Sun Belt team. I think Liberty wins.
Liberty?
Yeah.
I'll go for Liberty.
Bowling Green coming off a close loss to Western Michigan. Ohio coming off a close loss to Northern Illinois. That being said, I think Ohio, they're the one that really bounces back and wins.
Ohio?
Yeah, but I think that actually might be close, so I'm tempted to go the other way.
I'll go for Bowling Green.
Yeah. Utah State and Wyoming. Utah State's got a really good offense. Wyoming's defense is good, but I think Utah State wins.
I'm going to go for Wyoming.
Florida Atlantic and Marshall. Marshall coming off a nice win the other day. Florida Atlantic had a bye week. I think Florida Atlantic will win.
I'm going for Florida Atlantic.
Charlotte against Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee almost beat FIU. Charlotte came off a really big win against Western Kentucky. That being said, though, I think Middle Tennessee is probably the better overall team. So they'll win.
I think I'll go for Charlotte.
Eastern Michigan coming off a nice victory against a good Toledo team. In Ball State, they were down 20-7 yesterday. Excuse me. They were down 27 yesterday and then came back and won 24-23. This will be close. Eastern Michigan looks like maybe they kind of turned things around and won. They actually won a close game for once. So I think they win. Eastern Michigan.
I'll go for Eastern Michigan.
Western Michigan and Central Michigan. Western Michigan coming off a win. It was a close win to Bowling Green, but their offense is rolling. Central Michigan, they looked better the other day, but I think Western Michigan should win.
I'm going to go for Central Michigan.
Alabama coming off a big win against Missouri. Tennessee, they actually upset number 21 Auburn, but I don't think Tennessee keeps it close with Alabama. I think Alabama rolls.
I'll pick Alabama.
North Carolina State against Clemson, two ranked teams. On paper, this looks good, but North Carolina State has not. They're undefeated, they're ranked, but they kind of have skated by. So I think Clemson wins, and I wouldn't be surprised if Clemson blows them out. Even though they're both ranked, I wouldn't be surprised if Clemson blows them out.
I'll go for Clemson.
Colorado, Buffaloes, and Washington Huskies. Both teams were ranked last week, and both teams got upset. Colorado lost to USC. Washington lost in overtime to Oregon. This will be a good game, I think. I want to go with Colorado, but I think Washington's the team that bounces back and wins.
I'll go for Colorado.
Penn State, they're against Indiana. Penn State's coming off of being upset themselves. They were number 8, and they lost to an unranked Michigan State team. Indiana got beat pretty handedly by Iowa, but I think it was an anomaly for Indiana. However, I think Penn State is the one that bounces back. I think Penn State wins.
I'll go for Penn State.
Kansas, Jayhawks, and Texas Tech. Texas Tech is coming off a decent win against TCU. Kansas, they lead the nation in for forced turnovers, and Texas Tech likes to pass it, and they lead the nation or one of the tops. Kansas is one of the tops in the nation in interceptions, and Texas Tech likes to pass it a lot. That being said, though, I'm going to go with Texas Tech. It could be kind of a high-scoring game, but I think Texas Tech gets it.
So I could go for Kansas if they get the interceptions.
Okay.
I'll go for Kansas.
Minnesota Golden Gophers and Nebraska Cornhuskers. Minnesota, they played Ohio State really tough yesterday. They went back and forth in scores almost the entire game before losing later. Nebraska, I picked them to finally win a game, and they had a lead all game on Northwestern, double-digit leads at some point. Northwestern went 99 yards in the last minute of the game, basically, to tie it, send it overtime, and then Northwestern won. I'm going to go with Nebraska again. I think they get off the schneid this time. I think they get their first win.
I'll go for Nebraska.
Coastal Carolina Chanticleers and UMass Minutemen. This could be a bit of a shootout. It's not UMass, though.
It is or it's not?
It could be a shootout.
I mean, it's in UMass?
Yeah, it's at UMass. I'm going to go with UMass, though, to win this one.
I want to go for the Chanticleers.
Houston Cougars take on the Navy Midshipmen. Navy has that triple option, which is hard to stop sometimes. They could keep the ball away from Houston, which is one of the top offenses in the country in pretty much every category. All that being said, I think Houston probably comes out with this, but I think it'll be closer than expected.
I'm going to go for Navy.
SMU Mustangs and Tulane Green Wave. I think Tulane's better overall team. It could be close, but I think Tulane wins.
I'll go for SMU.
Akron Zips and Kent State Golden Flashes. These teams are kind of even. They're kind of mediocre at best. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go with Kent State. This one.
I'll go for Kent State.
Louisiana Raging Cajuns and Appalachian State Mountaineers. Appalachian State's coming off a really big victory against Arkansas State last Tuesday, but Louisiana put up 66 points the other day. And I doubt, though, I'm going to go with Appalachian State to win, but it could be a little bit closer than thought. I'm not sure if Appalachian State will necessarily blow them out. They could win by maybe 10 to 14. That could be kind of close most of the game, but I don't see Appalachian State beating them by like 20 or 30.
I'll go for Appalachian State.
UTEP Miners and Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Louisiana Tech's coming off a nice win. UTEP they've lost 18 games in a row. Louisiana Tech is a good CUSA team, so I'm going to go with Louisiana Tech.
And UTEP Miners.
Yeah.
I'll go for UTEP.
Wake Forest Demon Deacons at Florida State. If this were a couple of weeks ago, I would have gone Wake Forest because Wake Forest has looked good and Florida State hadn't. But I think Florida State, even though they lost to Miami, they had a bye last week. I think Florida State probably beats Wake Forest. I think it'll be a good game though, but I think FSU wins.
I'll go for FSU.
Cal Golden Bears and Oregon State Beavers. UCLA got their first win of the year over Cal, killed them. Oregon State has a really good running back in Jamar Jefferson. He's a freshman running back. I actually think Oregon State will win. I'm gonna go with them.
Oregon State?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go for Oregon State.
The Battle of the Tigers. Memphis Tigers and Missouri Tigers. Memphis is coming off of a 1-point loss to UCF where they had a big lead. They have the nation's leading rusher in Darrell Henderson. Missouri, ended up getting blown out by Alabama, although they kept it close for a little while. It was only 13-10 at one point. But I know talent-wise it's Missouri, but watching these teams play, Memphis is better, I think. They're playing better. This could be a high-scoring game, though. I don't think Missouri can stop Darrell Henderson at running back, though. And Memphis does have a good quarterback themselves. You know what, screw it. I'll go with Memphis.
I'll go with Memphis, too, if they were playing like they did
Yeah.
against UCF.
Yeah. Georgia Southern Eagles and New Mexico State Aggies. Georgia Southern's a good team this year. I think they're 5-1 or 4-1, some around there. New Mexico State, yeah, they're okay. They could keep it close. Because Georgia Southern, I mean, they played a Texas State team last week that wasn't very good and only beat them by 2. But I'm going to go with Georgia Southern, though, to win.
I'll go for Georgia Southern.
UCF against the ECU Pirates. ECU got blown out. UCF came back and beat a good Memphis team. I don't expect this game to be as close as last week. I think UCF should win pretty easily.
Oh, I'm going for UCF.
Mississippi State Bulldogs and LSU Tigers. LSU's coming off a huge victory over Georgia, and I think they keep it rolling. I think LSU wins.
LSU. I'll go for LSU.
UConn Huskies and USF Bulls. USF almost got upset at Tulsa, but won. UConn, same thing all year. They have one good player and nothing else. So I think USF should win.
I'm going for USF too. Is that a home game?
Yeah, it's a home game. USF doesn't look unbeatable though, so it could be closer. It could be close. So I think USF wins though. UTSA Roadrunners against Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Both teams got blown out last week, but I think overall Southern Miss is the better team, so I think Southern Miss wins.
I'll go for Southern Miss.
Texas State against Louisiana Monroe. Louisiana Monroe actually beat Coastal Carolina yesterday, which is a decent team. Texas State kept it close against Georgia Southern, but I think ULM, the Warhawks of Monroe, win.
What are the jersey colors?
They're, Texas State is like brown, kind of, and Louisiana Monroe is like a redder. They're kind of similar, actually. Because of the kind of red that Louisiana Monroe, it's almost like a brownish.
I'll go for UL Monroe.
Ohio State Buckeyes and Purdue Boilermakers. I have a hard time. Part of me wants to say Purdue will keep it close for a little while because their offense has potential, but I doubt Ohio State's really good. I think Ohio State wins.
I'll go for Ohio State.
Alright, the game Oregon and Washington State. This is where College Game Day is going to be this weekend, and that's actually really significant because this is the first time College Game Day has ever been in Pullman, Washington, which is where Washington State wins. But also, since the mid-90s, when College Game Day was started, Washington State Cougar fans, every single game day since then, they've had their flag of the Washington State waving at game day every single game since then. And ever since the mid-90s, the Washington State Cougar fans basically They would somehow they got together, they formed a network of people all around the United States where they would go find a couple of Cougar fans that were in the South or wherever game day was going to be that week, and they would actually mail the flag to those people so that they could wave it at game day. And I think that's pretty damn cool. And it's only fitting that finally they actually go to game day actually goes there. And this game is going to be a really good game. Oregon, Washington State both have really good offenses. This could be an upset. Washington State could win. They have one of the top passing games in the country. Their quarterback, Gardner Minshew. Oregon, Justin Herbert. This could go back and forth. Usually one of the games I would love watching, and I enjoy watching Washington State because of that. But I'm leaning towards Oregon. I'm a little more of an Oregon fan because I lived there for a little bit. But this will be a really, really good game. I'm going to end up with Oregon, though, and what could be this could go to like 7 overtimes and be like a 63-60 game or something. I don't know. It'd be crazy. But yeah, Oregon.
I'm going for Washington State.
Yeah.
Give them their win.
They're due.
Yeah, they're due.
Vanderbilt Commodores and Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky's coming off a bye. Vanderbilt almost beat Florida. They were up by 18 and then lost. I don't know. I think Kentucky actually wins this one, though. It'll be close, though. It'll be good.
I'm going to go for Vanderbilt.
Fresno State Bulldogs and New Mexico Lobos. Fresno State's a really good Mountain West team. New Mexico isn't bad. Their offense could keep it close, but I think Fresno State wins in a tight game. It'll end up being tight.
I'll go for Fresno State.
Rice Owls and Florida National Golden Panthers. I'm gonna go FIU. I think they're just good.
Yep, FIU.
North Texas Mean Green and UAB. This is a really good CUSA game. Both teams are really, really good. North Texas passes all over. UAB they're just a solid team. They just win. They're not like specifically good at anything, but they are good at winning. This would be close. I'm gonna give the edge to North Texas, though.
I'll go for UAB.
Old Dominion and Western Kentucky. Both teams are not very good. I'm gonna go with Old Dominion.
I'm gonna go for Old Dominion.
USC and Utah. That'll be a good game. USC's coming off a nice win over a ranked Colorado team. Utah killed. I don't remember who they played last week. They just won big. That being said, I'm gonna go with Utah. It's in Sac Lake City. Utah is playing really well. I think Utah wins.
I'll go for Utah.
Arizona Wildcats and UCLA Bruins. UCLA got off. They finally won their first game last week. Arizona. That's who Utah beat, actually, was Arizona. You know, I kind of want to go with UCLA in this. Khalil Tate, quarterback for Arizona, has kind of been up and down. You know, I'll go with UCLA.
I will too.
San Jose State Spartans and San Diego State Aztecs. I don't think this will be particularly close. I think San Diego State should win.
I'll go for San Diego State.
And then the last one, Nevada Wolfpack and Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Both teams are coming off losses, although Nevada only lost by like 4 points to a really good Boise State team. Hawaii did get kind of blown out by BYU, but I think they bounced back. This game could be high scoring. Both teams like to pass it. But I think Hawaii bounces back, though, and their quarterback, Cole McDonald, I think they'll win.
I think I'm going to go for Hawaii.
I forgot to go with the tallies. The tallies last week, it was really close. I picked a few upsets, and I nearly got all of them. Like, I got a 3 or something, and then, I missed like 2 or 3 others. But that being said, I had 36 wins last week, and she actually had 32. So she kept it. She kept it close as well. But it was, it was good. It was a good week. That all being said, check out all of our videos. Like, subscribe, share. Go to our Facebook group, Fan of Football 813. Tweet us, Twitter, @FFootball813. Peace.
See you later.